You're listening to FM 100, KISW, Seattle. Pass it on.
This is Innerview, brought to you by Electra Asylum Records and Tapes and Kawasaki Motorcycles and Jet Ski, an inside look at the people whose music has changed our lives. We'll be back with host Jim Ladd and Innerview right after this.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Tonight, an interview of Geils. It has now been 10 years since J Geils, Peter Wolf, Seth Justman, Magic Dick, Danny Klein, and Stephen Joe Ladd got together for the first time and formed the J Geils Band. Now, 10 years without one personnel change in this business is, well, almost unheard of. They have made one major change recently, however. They dropped the J from their name. And now the bad boys from Boston are simply known as Geils. So get yourself ready, because you're now about to meet two of these crazies, Seth Justman and...
What is your name? Lawrence Talbot. Lawrence Talbot. And Seth Justman. Seth, do you always whisper? No. You talk like a real person, too? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so this will be pre-set up. Right? Yes. The whole thing, and we're talking with Actually, I should explain this to you. Again, I ain't going to ask you any questions. We're going to talk here, so it's like very loose to begin with. But I would like you to identify yourself, if you would, just by saying who you are and what you do for a living. Your social security I never looked it up. Yes, your social security You're on, Peter. Okay. This is Pete Wolf, Wolfagoofer, Mama 2 for the J Geils Band.
This is Wolfagoofer saying to you. Love comes once, and when it comes, you better grab it fast, because sometimes the love you grab ain't gonna last, and I believe I must have. You know, I think I must have. You know, baby, I think I must have. You know, I think I must have. I must have got lost. Never thought about tomorrow. Seemed like a long time to come. How can I be so blind, baby, not to see you what I want? I let you slip on from me, baby. I let you walk on by. To the love you had for me, I refuse to love, I let it die. Must have got lost. Must have got lost. Must have got lost somewhere down the line. Must have got lost. Must have got lost. Give away the days you were mine. Don't know why I let you leave me. Honey, I don't know. Say it's hard to see loving coming, baby. Must have got lost. Must have got lost. Must have got lost somewhere down the line. Must have got lost. I got lost, girl. Give away the days you were mine. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I must have got lost, must have got lost, must have got lost somewhere down the line. Hey. Must have got lost, baby. I got lost, girl. Give away them days of mine. Must have got lost, I got lost, must have got lost somewhere down the line. Must have got lost, oh, I got lost, girl. Give away the days you're mine.
Do you find it hard, like in 1977, with it changing so quick, to be able to do exactly what gets the band off, or do you have to you know, sit down and go, where are these guys at now, and what are we going to put out? And...
Well, that's a good question, because that question is the kind of thought that led us into the making of Monkey Island. We had made 9 albums previous to that, and Monkey Island was the first album that we produced. It took us about 9 months to make, and it came about. We didn't really plan to produce it ourselves and plan to take that long on it. But it was the first album that we didn't combine with going on the road, and we just stayed in the recording studio and followed through with the songs we'd written, and the whole entire recording process from the first note to the last note. And we didn't want to take any compromises, didn't want to go for any cheap shots, and we just wanted to get an album that if nobody had any prior knowledge or knew what we were about, just took the album, would be able to like it would be like a premiere band, you know, it would be like our first album. And we wanted to do things that the record would be able to stand up on its own. And it took us a while before we realized things that we would really be able to live with for a long time, that would kind of not run short or not fall short after, like, you know, 10, 15, 20 planes, and things that really would get us off. And we went in and recorded a lot of things, and many of them didn't get on Monkey Island because we really tried to be selective. The first thing we tried to do was figure out what we thought would be best for our taste as a band. After all these years, we're celebrating our 10th anniversary, and we kind of feel good about that.
Hold on real tight, it's gonna be alright. Don't get lost from sight. There's too long a night to get lost again. Stay on track. Remember you came back. Don't fall behind. Don't be that blind. You gotta see again. On a few return. On a few will learn about the wreckage along the way. To see that face again, who would have believed it then? They had it all. Clear in memory, without being free of the agony. Just look at me, look at me. Only few return, only few will learn about the wreckage along the way, about the wreckage along the way, about the wreckage I've seen along the way.
I'm Jim Ladd, and we'll be back with Peter Wolf and Seth Justman when our interview of Geils return. Well, welcome back to our interview of Geils. Now, we're talking with Peter Wolf and Seth Justman, and as we continue, The other voice that you'll hear from time to time is Interview's producer Bill Levy, who went with me for this particular taping and who will also, as you are about to hear, make certain that somehow he too appears on national radio.
Doing something.
Can we take that off the hook? Because what you're saying is real good. Real good. And I'd like to...
You Bill? I gotta get names again.
Yeah.
Bill. Okay. The introduction came before the T hits the brain.
Operator?
How many of these things you do in a day now?
Could you hold all
You're doing a ton of interviews.
Yeah, but a lot of them aren't anything
Name is Justman.
as concentrated as this.
Oh, yeah.
If you can pick up a vibe immediately.
1021.
Where's the
Thank
control?
you.
Sometimes. It's like when you see a chick.
Yeah.
Another thing Jim is saying to Bill is that Bill was saying, well, you guys must be doing a whole lot of interviews now, and we do a lot of them. And in an interview, you can pick up a vibe, how concentrated, intense it's going to be, or some people come in with a pen and go, how did the band get started? And then that's the first question. Why don't you call yourselves? And it's like kind of like. I would feel that we're really into something really nice here.
Good. So that's exactly what we'd like to get out, so I'm glad that's coming across. Excellent. Yeah. There seems to a phenomenon, I'll just put it out this way, you tell me if I'm right or wrong. People who are musicians, and especially successful ones, live it so intensely. They see a lot more life go by than most people. In other words, being on the road or whatever, you're exposed to a great deal in a very short period of time. Do you agree with that or not?
Well, it really depends on the individual. I know certain musicians who are very successful that are so insulated from what's going on that the world that they're living in is totally a world that they've constructed for themselves, and it surrounds themselves with there are really unreal situations. Like you say, you find people living on highly intensified schedules, dealing with a lot of important things, tours, responsibilities. It becomes really difficult, and it's really like being out on the front lines all the time. And what it does is it causes a lot of people to do strange things, and what you read about it called the pressure's constantly on, and then you got to release it every now and then. And that's why you hear, oh, so and so just bought a new Mercedes and drove it over a cliff. Or, some people get out in different ways. Some people go and buy, and they just spend money on crazy things. The best way to try to do it is to take the energy and just put it back into the creative process. And it's real difficult a lot of times.
You just have to have faith in yourself, that there is a reason you're in that room, with all those tape recorders and
strange machines.
And there are those moments when you just lose it,
See, Jim, another thing is that we didn't start off thinking that it would take 9 months. And that's where you have to keep kind of faith in yourselves, especially when you're producing it yourselves. We planned on it being a couple of months, and all of a sudden 9 months later or 8 months later we find ourselves still working on it, and people around us saying, what are you guys doing?
You're blowing your career. Don't forget who you are.
Oh, a lot of positive energy there.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. A lot of outside people starting to tell us, cab drivers are telling us what to do, that kind of. And we're at the point where we'll believe a cab driver. Hey, you guys, your first album,
that's where you hit the mark.
You should go back to that. Oh, yeah?
Baby, I'm gonna leave you. Honey, don't ask me why. 27 moments before I say bye-bye. I'm a hard driving man. Hard driving man. Hard driving man. I'm driving just as hard as I can. I'm back on Broadway. I'm cruising for love.
The Geils Band's latest album is called Monkey Island, and to say that they put a lot of work into this LP could be one of the bigger understatements of our time. Now, it took them 9 months to get what they wanted, and that kind of commitment and struggle says a lot about these 6 musicians.
The thing exciting about Monkey Island is we spent a real long time, and we put the album priority over everything. You know? It was the type of thing where we were a band, we always made albums, we went on the road during the middle of the albums, and we never really could sit there from the first note to the last note and just really concentrate on the making of the album. And we really wanted to make an album that we felt was better than anything we've done previous to it, and more sophisticated, where we developed certain themes that have been in other albums, and moods that have been on other albums, and develop into a different place on Monkey Island. And what's nice about right now, at this point, is it seems that what we tried to do, people have kind of picked up on, and the feedback has been real encouraging, and it kind of makes us feel good that it seems people say, wow, you know, first thing they say is just different. And say, some people get, you know, are really affected by some of the songs, and they pick up on certain imageries we're trying to get through.
A thing that makes it like more gratifying than anything is that, like, after being in the studio for 9 months, you know, and a lot of time in one room with the same people, you can tend to lose a certain perspective on what's going on, you know, objectivity or perspective, whatever you want to call it. You just have to try to remember what your instinct was, and why you're doing what you're doing, and just continue and go on that kind of faith in yourself, you know. And it was, you know, when someone was sort of like going, is this right? Someone else in the band, or, you know, it was really like we really became closer as a band through this album, which I think is really important. You know?
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. By my side, I do now, yes I do. Do I want you to be all mine? I do now, yes I do. And I love you, my baby, yes I do. And I want you, my baby, yeah, 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 I do.
I'm Jim Ladd, and our interview with Peter Wolf and Seth Justman of the Geils Band returns right after this.
I said you're gonna move all night, get it all right, get it out of sight, and get it down. Bam, a jam, let me hear you, dig it.
with our interview of Geils and the Woofer Toofer and his days in, of all the sleazy professions he could have picked, radio.
Well, at 7 o'clock, you know, it's what they call the graveyard shift. It was 7 days a week, and during that time also, we've been doing gigs. We roll in or have to tape things, but when finally getting in the studio itself, doing the show, we'd be playing like a 45. This was before like 4-minute cuts. It was like doing a lot of hot stuff, and there'd be like 2 turntables going, a tape cassette going, the telephones going, you know, a reel-to-reel, patch this, patch that, running around answering the door. And it was just like, I mean, I got into it, you know. And like, and a lot of the music I was playing, I just couldn't sit down, you know. And it was one of those shows that if anyone was going to stay up till dawn, this show was going to carry him up, you know.
I see.
And after it was done, I always kind of like was like, whew, you know, because it was just like really feeling 5 hours or 7 hours of it, you know, just hitting it, you know, bombarding it with intensity. Because there's a lot of great music out there, and a lot of it don't get to the airwaves. You know, a lot of it gets lost somewhere along the way, and I just happen to have my hands on a lot of it.
Now don't touch the knobs, because I think we're gonna have some fun with this one here. Oh yes. You got to give it to me. 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 You so slick, but no ever trick now. You know I want it so bad. You know I need it, I can't believe it. So come on, baby, please believe it. Got to give it to me. You got to give it to me. Got to give it to me. Got to give it to me. You've been bugging me every night now. You say you want it right now. I can't get through it, you know I can't get to it. So come on, baby, please. Got to get it up, get it up. Come on, you got to get it up, get it up. Yeah, you got to get it up, get it up. You got to get it up, get it up. Baby, got to give it to me. Give it to me. You got to give it to me. Give it to me. You got to give it to me. Give it to me. You got to give it to me. Give it to me. Why keep me cold when it's so warm inside? Come on, baby, your love is too good to hide. Oh, yeah.
One of the Geils Band's most familiar trademarks is some of the most incredible and innovative harmonica work on record. In this area alone, a lot of new ground has been broken, including one song which we'll hear about in a moment, which has no less than 14 harmonica overdubs into one solo. Now, believe it or not, both Peter Wolf and Seth Justman have a problem with all this. According to both of them, the man responsible for all of this fantastic harmonica progression has been slighted in his recognition. And personally, I couldn't agree with them more. What's his name should get some words. So here they are.
It's like Seth touched on before about with Magic Dick, who I feel is kind of, it upsets me personally. He kind of doesn't really talk about, but it upsets me that he's done so many interesting things with the harmonica, and a lot of people have kind of not really given him his due.
Oh yeah, a lot of it has to do with like people don't know that it's the harp, you know. I mean, he plays these like harps that are like, you know, these big bass harps and chord harps and things, and you know, people wouldn't, I mean, if people saw them, they wouldn't even know what they were, you know. And a lot of it's like, not to be condescending, but it's educational, you know, a matter of educating people that it is a harp, you know, that and that the harp is, you know, can be beyond that thing you can buy at Woolworth's for $2, you know.
But it is something you can buy at Woolworth's, and that's what makes it so. That's what makes it so.
It's so phenomenal. Dick to me is like, you know, he's been studying a little bit with Roy Eldridge, the trumpet player, you know, and Dick to me is like that. You know, he's like a landmark, you know, for the harp. You know, I think we all feel that way.
He's taken the harmonica and made entire horn sections out of it, like in the album Nightmares. And when people you know, say, "Oh man, I love the horns," I'm giving it all up to you. And I said, "Horns, ain't horns. That's Dick."
That's 14 harps overdubbed, and
so
14. Is that
14.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm Jim Ladd, and we'll be back with the conclusion of our interview of Geils in a moment. We're back with the conclusion of our Geils interview, and we'll begin this last segment with Peter Wolf and how he views his trip 10 years down the line.
It's sort of like after 10 years of going to the left coast, going to the right coast, you know, traveling all night, traveling all day, you find yourself in a hotel room, you're calling up the hotel, you get some slow room service, you get a little melting ice cube sitting there, and it's like really late at night, and you're all by yourself, and a lot of things have gone on early in the day, and you know, you got to face a whole lot of things the next day, and then all of a sudden you find yourself standing in a situation, and sometimes it gets real.
The walls start squeezing.
Yeah. I think every musician, anyone who's kind of like seen more than one dawn in a row, I think would understand what fall is about.
Into the spotlight, alone, just waiting for my cue. Not knowing what to do. what to do. Suddenly, I realize and I freeze, and I hesitate. This cold, cold feeling, a chill, and a move that comes too late. And I'm falling, 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 falling. Oh yeah. Yes, I'm falling, 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 falling. Oh yeah. Into the room, so crowded, with faces I can't name. Everyone is talking. There must be reasons why they came. On my own, feeling all alone, tired and weak, I can hardly speak. I feel frozen to the floor. But now I disappear. They can't see me anymore. And I'm falling, 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 falling. Oh yeah. Yes, I'm falling, 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 falling. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't stop, can't stop.
We love what we're doing, and no one's forcing us to do what we're doing. So we choose to do it. And
but you bring up an important part of the song. It's like the conflict is there, you know. We're doing it. We enjoy it. No one's forcing us, like Pete said. But then there is that kind of, you still feel that feeling of like falling, you know. There are moments when you say, is it worth it? And that's what it's about.
Like a chill, like a chill. And I'm tired. And so all alone, can't stop the feeling.
What does the title kit deal with? I mean, I read the lyrics, and is it an event you read about? Is it something you thought up, or is this?
It's a series of you know, real situations that, you know, we kind of put together into this thing that to explain exactly and tell you what those instances are and what happened. It would give you information, but it wouldn't enhance, I think, or make clear what the song is about.
But what I'm saying is that the writing was inspired, if we can say, by different events that may have all culminated in this one tune, rather than a specific thing. I see.
It's more a song to help create an illusion of a feeling than to be the mood song, than to be more that, it's not really, we didn't want to be that explicit, and we wanted to create more mood, and the more you become too defined, it lessens the chance of degree of getting involved into it in the mood. For instance, if I'm doing a magic trick, and you don't know how a magic trick's done, as soon as I explain it to you, it's no longer, the illusion's gone from it. So if we sit around and talk about Monkey Island, why exactly different things, what they mean, it just really takes away from the main thing, which is to create a personal mood for the person.
No one could explain it, what went on that night. How every living thing just dropped out of sight. We watched them take the bodies and roll them back to shore. Nothing like that ever happened here before. On the east side of the island, not too far from shore, there stood the old house of 50 years or more. All the doors and windows were locked inside and out. The fate of those trapped in there would never be found out. There ain't no life on Monkey Island. No one cares and no one knows. The moon hangs cold on Monkey Island. The night has built the fatal door. The fish jumped from the water and started walking home. The birds all started screaming and dove into the foam. The night came out of nowhere, and then a quiet rain. Footsteps through the darkness, down a half-forgotten lane. There ain't no life on Monkey Island. No one cares and no one knows. The moon hangs cold on Monkey Island. The night has dealt the fatal blow.
The thing that has kept us going all these years is that we really never really have taken any compromises or easy shots out, you know, and a lot of we see a lot of the people that we end up respecting are people who also haven't taken any easy shots out, and who also, and there's a lot of great bands and musicians who would like really try to push it to the limit all the time, keep pushing it, and never settle until they really, you know, moved ahead. And Monkey Island is 6 guys trying to push the whole thing ahead. When we get back on the road, these big festival dates, it's a little hard to kind of do things that require more intimate surroundings. So we just keep telling people we're going to see in the fall, and when they come see us, all they should know is that we're going to, every night we're going to be there, totally committed to what we're doing on that stage, and hopefully trying to, you know, give them, you know, some good entertainment. And by that, you know, entertain them, and hopefully they might walk away with something that they might want to keep on to. That's gratification. That's worth all the travel. That's worth all the late nights and all the days off and all the trying to figure out and all the calls from the accountants and all the hub-nub and dub-dub. It's like, that's worth it.
They're dancing on the ceiling, they're dancing on the floor. control. You can do boogaloo, anything that you want to. I know it's cold outside. Come on, baby, I'll keep you satisfied. All you gotta do is move. Every time you feel that groove, it ain't nothing but a party. 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 Nothing but a house party. I said move it, groove it, baby, don't you lose it. I said roll it, control it, honey, don't control it. It ain't nothing but a party. Ain't nothing but a party. Nothing but a party. Nothing but a party. Ain't nothing but a party. Nothing but a party. Nothing but a house party. I said nothing, baby. Ain't nothing but a party. Nothing but your love. Ain't nothing but a party. Nothing but your kissing. Ain't nothing but your grooving. Ain't nothing but your moving. Get on.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this last hour. Before leaving, I do want to thank both Peter Wolf and Seth Justman for what I thought was a very honest and straightforward afternoon. Special thanks to Tony Mandich at Atlantic Records for arranging this conversation. Also, thanks are in order to Jack Morris and, of course, Interview's producer, Bill Levy, who was there for the taping and just got his name on national radio one more time. And thank you very much for listening to us. Next week, I hope you join us for an interview of Joan Baez that I promise will surprise and delight. Thanks again. I'm Jim Ladd.